Alright, what I like to do is I'm pulling into this place here to do a scale on this load to see, because it's bouncing around pretty good. So I did not go down to TA. This truck stops closer. So I decided to come to this one. This is like a BP, it's right down the road. And what I like to do is I like to bring up the CAT scale app as I'm pulling on, so I'm not holding up traffic and everything. I guess we have to pull through the fuel island here to get lined up with the CAT scale. So I got this here tight. And as we're pulling up onto the scale, I'll click on my my CAT scale app. And then I usually roll my window down to, just in case they holler at me, first way or whatever, that I can tell them I'm using the app. There we go. Click accept. Alright, I need to put in the trailer number. Freight of all kinds, accept. And then JB Hunt has to put in load number. Accept. It's communicating with the scale equipment. Accept the fee. Waiting for weighmaster authorization. And there it is. I'm way over. I knew it. I knew it. This thing was bouncing around like crazy. So now I'm going to pull up over here by the, because I actually want the scale ticket. Because usually I wouldn't even need the scale ticket, because I'm going to just go back to the shipper with this load. Or usually it would be good and I would just go ahead. And if I wanted it, I could print it out. But I'm going to go back to the shipper and say, hey, this isn't going to work. And they're going to need a scale ticket. I could also get, since I go to California, and get the scale ticket that I could include with the paperwork, and that way the driver on California has proof of what it is. So there we go. So I'm going to go walk inside. I'm going to get my copy of my scale ticket and give the people here at JB Hunt a call and let them know this is overweight. See ya. Well, here we are. We are back at the shipper. They have put me into a dock. I am in door 36. And I guess we'll see how long this takes. I sent a message in that this was happening, and basically it sounded like they were just going to have me drop it back here, and they wanted me to find out what the ETA of the rework would be. But I don't know, I'm still connected onto the load. So I shot them a message off. I don't know what the ETA would be. They backed me into a dock. I don't know. But I am 3,940 pounds over on my tandems for California. It's California's special. So we'll see what happens here and see how long it takes. So catch you guys later. See ya. All right. We just got released. They reworked the load. And he just came out and pulled off my airline lock. So we're gonna pull on out of here. Close up the doors. And head back to the scale. Alrighty, we are back at the truck stop. And we're going to pull back. We're going to pull up on the scale again and do a reweigh. And let's keep our fingers crossed. This is good. As we're rolling up onto the scale, I am going to click on my cat scale app. Roll my window down just a little bit. If I come to a stop, I'm going to hit accept. It's going to be a reweigh. There's everything. I got to put in the load again. I don't know why. Accept a fee of $2. Processing payment. Oh, are you kidding me here? Still 1,200 pounds overweight on my axle. Well, let's go get in and get another scale ticket. Now, way back. Alrighty. Well, we have been told by the OSD department at the company here, I've called into them, I am still overweight for California. And they said, well, out in California when this load goes, it's not going to have to go across the scales, so if you can get illegal where you are, we'll let it go. I don't get that. I really don't. Either it goes or it doesn't. But we're going to pull up on. Click on our accept. It's another reweigh. Put the load in again. Accept. Oh, we're still over. Oy, 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 oy. We're gonna have to go back through again. Slide these tandems once again. Dude was like, put it in the fourth hole and coming back with the weights. Well, the fourth hole's not enough. close. 320 pounds. Alrighty then. We've slid her back into about the 8th hole. And we're gonna go across the scale once again. Yay! I'm using up all my data here just to get scale tickets done here. Freeway. Hey, this time it's got the load number in. I guess they're putting it in automatically for me now. Processing payment. There we are. We are legal. If I can get it in gear. Now let's go in and get our pile of scale tickets. Yes, I was talking to somebody just a little while ago. I got an overweight issue. He wanted me to call him back. BOOLNG, I think his name was. Well, I've went across and scaled it. He told me to put it in the 4th hole, and I put it in the 4th hole, and it was still overweight. I put it back to the 10th hole, and I got it legal. The load number is LO58970. $328,537. $11,800. $33,440. $32,800. $78,040. All right, so just so I don't get in trouble, this person that told me to go, his name was BOOLNG, right? Okay. This is okay. All right, thanks. Alright, well, welcome to BNSF Corworth with our overweight load. Basically, I'm still bothered by it. I mean, because let's figure it out. I got to Rust-Oleum, it was about 11 o'clock at night. Let's say I got out of there at quarter after 11, 11:20. Ran out, truck stop, boom, of overweight. Sent the time, called the company, OS&D says, oh yeah, take it back, gotta be reworked. So then I take it back and it gets reworked. I finally got released, it was like 1:30 or something, like somewhere around in there. So then I run back to the truck stop and go and do all that. Scale it, still overweight. So then I call them up again, and oh boy, oh yeah. So then the guy goes and he looks in his thing, he goes, well, the load is not, when it comes off the train, it's not gonna have to go past the scale. So if you can get it legal where you are, it'll be okay. He goes, so put it in the fourth hole and then call me back with the weights. I'm like, are you kidding me here? So I put in the fourth hole, I scale it, still overweight. Whatever. I got tired of it. I slid it all the way back to the 10th hole. Boom. Legal. I call him back up, explain the situation to him, give him the weights and everything. Okay. You're good to go. So now basically, you just wasted hours of my time trying to make it legal. Actually, I see a better spot up here. Trying to make this all legal, blah, blah, blah. And you tell the customers, you know, this has to be this way, everything else. And then when it comes down to it, yeah, it's okay. This happens all the time. A lot of times you go in and it's always the loads going to California. And what they do is it's got to be in that first hole, and they make this big thing about it. It's got to be in the first hole. You know, we constantly get the messages and stuff. It's got to be in the first hole. It's got to be in the first hole. But then, when you say something about it, whoa, well, this load's not scaling. Then it's all, you know, oh, send it back, rework, blah, blah, blah. And some places you go to, they sit there and they, like Georgia Pacific. I've had this happen at Georgia Pacific, and they won't rework it. And then OSD says, well, just leave the load. So then you leave, and then this happened to me one time. The next day, I got a phone call from my fleet manager. This was a year or so ago. And I get a phone call, and he goes, hey, you were doing this load yesterday, and you couldn't get it to scale? Because I was thinking of maybe help you with this. And I said, so you're going to help me with it? What are you going to help me with? And he goes, well, you know, we sent another driver in there, and he went and picked it up and got it scaled. And I said, well, did they rework the load? And he goes, no. And I said, well, then how did he get it scaled? And he goes, well, you know, he slid it to the 10th hole, and he was able to get it scaled. And I said, oh. I said, well, can I ask you, what hole is the California hole? And my manager goes, well, the 10th hole? And I says, no. I said, well, the 10th hole is the first hole is the California hole. And if you're taking a load into California, it has to be in that first hole. He goes, oh, well, I guess you would know. And I says, yeah, I kind of do this. And he goes, oh, and I says, so you shipped that load there and it's overweight. Well, yeah. And I says, now what does that shipper, because that shipper says, no, we have an agreement, we don't have to do it. And I said, all it is that you guys don't enforce it. You guys let them ship the loads overweight. And he was like, yeah, I guess. So, no, I just got wasted 3 hours of my night. No, I'm going to get paid some for it. I know that. But it's still, it's a waste of everybody's time, everybody's money. And then eventually they just go, it's okay. Just go ahead and ship it. It's just so wrong. So here's my first scale. I was 37,940 on the tandems. Then after being reworked, then I was 35,220 on the tandems. Then the guy goes, well, OSD goes, yeah, it's not going past the scale. Let's just slide it to the 4th hole and see what that looks like. Well, that's 34,320. I finally just gave up. Slid it into the 10th hole. And that makes it 32,800 pounds. Completely illegal, but let's ship it, you know. Stuff drives me nuts. All right. So that load is done. Good ratings. Now we need to search for a container. We're picking up a container right here.